What's going on, guys? It's your boy Jordan, and we are back with another deck profile of the week. I got my boy back, Toby. He got another top at a box tournament last night. Crossover Breakers. That's insane. I am very curious the deck that you played. Last time we did a deck profile, you did Gold Pride Punk. So tell us what deck you got third place with.
So I'm running a 44 card Tearlaments Lightsworn deck.
Jesus Christ. And you playing this in the new meta now? That's crazy.
Lightsworn's in 2024, baby.
Well, I'm curious to see what this deck is all about. Third place with Lightsworn Tears and Horse.
Yep. So
Let's go and get started.
Yep. We'll start with the main core of the deck, the Lightsworns. We have one Punishment Dragon, the best dragon in the whole deck. We have one of the Baby Minervas, one Raiden, two Wolf, three Felice, three Wise, three Charge of the Light Brigade, and one of the Lightsworn Aegis Traps. And then, unfortunately, I am having to proxy out two of the Dragonlings right now. My buddy Jason was kind enough to give me the cards for the tournament, so shout out to Jason for that as well.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. That's nice. That's nice. And people shit on Lightsworn, but you just like, yep, third place. Fuck yourself.
So these do really great in this format right now because of Ryziel. They just pretty much float the entire time. So if you pop one of them, something else is going to happen, and then you're just constantly baiting out your opponent's negates and interaction on their board while you're just plussing the entire time.
Okay, awesome, awesome.
Yep. Any questions here?
No, I'm pretty sure everybody in the audience knows how Lightsworns work, so...
Right. How many times have you seen Shifter last night?
Seen Shifter once.
Okay.
Thankfully.
Did you play through it?
I just passed. And then we went to the next game.
Sounds about right.
Yep. Right now, I'm not running Baguska in the extra deck, so really there's not an option under Shifter.
Yeah.
Yep. So then we have the Tearlament core. We got the two planets, one Rhino Heart, one Sharon, one Havness, one Merly, and two Tearlaments Kashtira.
So why 2 field spells instead of 3?
So only the 2. One, because if I end up milling one, I want to have a second one to go into, and only 2 because I'd rather only end up milling 2 instead of 3 of the field spell and be hitting my other monsters instead of a field spell for a mill.
Do you run any of like the Scream, the Trap with the Tears, or just this?
So I run the, let's see, we got the Trivi Karma and the Sulliak.
Okay.
Yep.
Pretty solid tier cards.
Yep, these are awesome because this will search you the, I believe it's the, it searches the field spell, and this searches any of the monsters. I get them confused every now and then.
Awesome.
Well, the trigger card is an honorary Tearlament card.
Yeah, pretty much.
Has to be. Tears still strong after losing the Millers.
Yep, still insanely broken. Especially in this format. Same thing with the Lightsworns. Ryziel pops them, or say Fiendsmith does something to them. It's just recycles itself.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yep. All right.
Once you see that Abyss Dueler, that's also a pass.
Yeah, that can be. Then we have just the basic stuff to help the engine. We have 2 King of the Swamps, 3 Malleys, and 1 Medora and 1 Keldo.
Got to.
Yep. These help you go into your bigger fusion monsters for interruption on your opponent's turn. And then also Mally is mandatory in the deck because it gets you into Ryziel's biggest opponent, which is Chaos Angel.
Oh yeah.
And also utilizing the shufflers, you say triggers a field spell.
Yep. This can go ahead and trigger your field spell for the planet. If you shuffle one of your Tearlaments monster in grave along with some recursion in your opponent's graveyard, it's just going to give you so much bonuses that it's insane.
Hell yeah.
Yep. And those are those. And then just the rest of the deck, we have 3 Nibs.
Okay.
3 Black Goat Laughs, 1 Reasoning, and then the Spice, 1 Protos, and 1 Nemesis flag.
So why Black Goat laughs?
So Black Goat laughs is this used to be the Horus core in here, but I realized I wasn't getting much benefit off of that. So Black Goat laugh actually won me quite a few games last night because during my opponent's turn or my turn, if I mill it, it's going to be immediate interaction and interruption on my opponent's board. The other night I was milling up on my friend John's board, and he had a complete Fiendsmith board and Guardian Chimera board set up. And I milled this, and I just turned the Desiree off and went full combo.
Jesus. So why? So one more thing. Why reasoning?
That's broken.
So reasoning is broken because this card's not something anybody's expecting in 2024, especially in this deck of all things. Even if they declare the right level, most of the time it's going to special summon out because it's going to be a Lightsworn monster. So it's going to have some kind of interaction. Like Wolf, it doesn't matter if they call it right. It's a level 4, still going to special itself out.
That's disgusting. So it just ways to cheat out more stuff.
Exactly. It thins the deck while also giving me a lot of benefit. Because if I mill any of the traps, it's immediate benefit. And then if I hit a monster right after the trap, it's insane.
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
How many times last night you Protoss locked somebody?
Once, and it was against Quinzel with Ryziel, and I declared light.
He tried to Nemesis Protoss to me, and I said no.
Yup. Yeah, can't allow Protoss to go off against Voiceless Voice, that's for sure.
Yeah, I stopped that immediately. I said, nope.
All right, then we got the extra deck.
Yep.
We'll start with the Synchros first. We got the F.A. Dawn Dragster, Chaos Angel, Athenia, and Black Rose Dragon.
Okay.
And then we have the IP, the Black Luster, Nightmare Unicorn, Sprend, SP.
Yep.
And then we have Kaleido Heart, Rukalos, Mud Dragon, Shadal Winda, Infernal, and finally the Minerva.
So you're running a small Shadal package for Winda, or how do you get Winda out with this deck?
So I'm just using any of the Tearlaments monsters that I mill after I've set up my entire board pretty much is just extra benefit. So I will use a King of the Swamp and Grave Hand or Field that I have. And one of the Tearlaments monsters to just special this out, and then I'll get one more special, and then I'll pass turn.
That makes more sense, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
That looks disgusting.
Yep. Any questions here?
How many times did the sprint came up for the interaction?
So Sprend unfortunately didn't come up any last night. I didn't see any of the level 2s as consistently as I wanted to. The only level 2s that I have that I like to get rid of are the Flag and the Merly. Most of the time, if I don't have those on board, I'm going to go IP and then SP on my opponent's turn.
Okay.
Yep. And then something I was discussing with Jay before you got here, get down, is if you have a full Tearlaments board and you go into Black Rose Dragon for your Synchros, you can activate Black Rose Dragon to pop the board, and then immediately you trigger off your Rukalos and your Kaleido Heart to reset up your board and also get benefit off your fusions from the monster you send off Kaleido Heart. So it's absolutely broken. I would consider playing this in any Tearlaments deck.
That's the same thing with someone nibbed you. You're just like, all right, cool, reset.
Yep, exactly.
Chain this, chain that.
Yeah, just with this, you're clearing their entire board at the same time.
Nice.
Jesus, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. And then we got the side deck after this.
Yeah, let's see that spice.
Right. So I will say right off the bat, this side deck is completely dedicated to Ryziel and Malice. This one goes out to those decks. I'm not letting them get the better hand on me. So we got the 1D barrier and the 1 thrust to search it.
Yep.
And then we got the 3 Ultimate Slayers, since my deck consistently plays all types of monsters aside from Pendulums.
Yep.
So just a no-brainer there.
Yeah.
We got the 3 Flying Seas. And then for the Malice Hate, we got the 3 Lances, the 3 Super Polys, and then the 1 side deck for the extra deck, the Predaplant.
Okay.
And what did the Predator plan there for?
So this is specifically for Malice, and it can be used against heroes and sometimes Chimera as well. If they end with 3 dark monsters on their board and I draw a Super Poly, I'm clearing their board and there's nothing they can do about it.
And you bail too.
Yep, and
so
you
why Flying Sea?
So Flying Sea is specifically for the Ryziel matchup, I'm gonna most of the time wait till they've already used their one copy of Mirror Logic Aggregator, and they've dumped that for their special summon. Once they've done that, it's off to the races because I'm just gonna give this to them and they're gonna be like, what is that? Like happened last night with one of my matches against Ryziel.
Yeah, it was just Ryzel and Malice all over the damn place last night.
Yep.
But it's just like, ugh.
Yep. But thankfully, unfortunately I didn't see much of my side deck last night. So most of the time I was relying on my engine to break board, and it was able to do it because aside from my huge misplay in game 3 of round 1, which I beat myself up about, I came back and I 2-0'd everybody else.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's good shit.
That deck is disgusting. So hopefully we get to see more of that in the future, maybe.
Definitely will.
But yeah, so that
Any changes you would probably do to the list going forward?
So the only change I would do is I would go ahead and add another wolf just for more consistency. I don't have a third one right now. That's the only reason I'm not playing 3. So once I get that one, the deck's going to go up to 45 count.
oh yeah. All right. You have any shout outs before we end this video?
Shout out to Jay and Jordan for play testing with me for the past 2 weeks. We've been grinding it out, trying to figure out how to play this deck. I literally picked it up 2 weeks ago. Without that play testing, I would have never done as good as I did last night.
It's good to play test before a tournament.
Exactly.
That way you kind of know where your ratios are, and researching other decks is important too.
Yep, researching and grinding is the biggest, most important thing about this game. If you don't put in the effort, you're not going to get anything out of it.
Yep.
And then my final shout out again is to Jason at Squirrel's Nest. He was kind enough to go ahead and let me lend those 2 Dragonlings, so I was able to play the deck.
All right, that's good. That's good. Well, thank you guys for watching this deck profile. I'm sure I'll do some more sometime this week. But until then, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.